Majo, John, Ned, and Juanito, they call me in Mexico talking about dogs. I just talked about my dog Pancho, my chubby Chihuahua, who got chubbier as I owned her. And the rounder she got, the happier and sweeter she got. And she also got enormous amounts of exercise and loved to chase a skateboard. And skateboarders are cool in general, and they could tell it wasn't an aggressive bark, just that she was excited. And she would chase and chase those skateboards. Oh God, she'd be so happy. She died very tragically in New Orleans, grew suddenly sick. I took her to the animal hospital. They were on COVID precautions. She lingered there for a week and died, and I never got to see her. It was so tragic, and I was so close to her. I took it really hard. And I left New Orleans, where we had been for 3 months. Just took a day to get away because every place reminded me of her. And I felt her presence in our camper van. It just felt like she was still there. And we had been together nonstop for 2 months, 2 years on the road. So grew so close, so close. And I went hiking on a swamp tour in north of New Orleans, and came out in the dark. It was solid dark when I got off the trail, and something soft brushed against my leg, and I knew not to fear it. And it was Magic, the dog I gave the name Magic, who was a 1-year-old pup, Basenji, partly mid-sized, 35 pounds, big chest, long legs, incredible hunters and runners, and terrified, had been dumped there, and the local shelter person said, that's where these country people dump the dogs they don't want. I think it's because they're hoping the gators will get them and they won't linger. I think it's because maybe someone like me will come along and adopt them, which is what happened. But he kept looking for somebody to come, No, took a while to trust him not to. But he had been with me about 10 days, and I knew I wasn't getting him anywhere near as much exercise as he needed. So we were in a big park in another part of Louisiana, and I let him go. And he ran 100 yards to the end of the park, 150 yards maybe, and came back. Then he ran into the marsh and disappeared for half an hour and came back. And I learned he always comes back. Once he got lost, genuinely lost, but mostly he came back. Smart, loved everybody. If he liked somebody in a store, he'd go up next to them and sit on their foot. I used to say, he's not standoffish, he's stand-onish. Oh, he would charm people. So sweet, so smart. Adored babies, had nanny dog in him. All would just sit and worship a dog. One day on a beach, the parents of this baby were dog savvy, not afraid of a clearly wonderful dog. Over the course of 10 minutes, Magic inched towards that baby and ended up lying on his back with his head between the baby's legs. He just adored that baby. I saw him on a beach try to make friends with a sand crab, flat on his flat, his chin about a foot away from the sand crab, studying it like, what is this being and how can I play with this? And he attempted to tap it on the head, and the sand crab didn't like that, but didn't run away, was not scared of him. Yeah, what a being. Almost never on a leash, and we had battle after battle with people yelling at me, put that dog on a leash. The one guy, really aggressive, says to me, as I'm walking by, he says, why will you not put your dog on a leash? And I said, because he deserves a better life than your two dogs. And he chased me. He was gonna lay some bumps on me. I developed all manner of comebacks. But what an amazing, wonderful dog. A hero. Never showed a sign of aggression ever, but I knew in a pinch, if I needed him to turn that on, he could turn it on. And in Walmart stores, because we were traveling and camping, staying in Walmart parking lots because you could, I'd take his leash off him and walk through the Walmart with him walking exactly at my side and say hi to groups of managers, and they'd go, okay, doesn't seem to be a problem. These are country Walmarts. And another time we were going up to the Walmart, and he was like 10 yards ahead of me, and he got to the road right in front of the Walmart. I said, stop. And he stopped, and the car went by, and I was still 10 yards behind him. I said, okay, go. And he ran across and waited for me at the door of the Walmart. And this guy says, how many thousands of dollars did you spend to teach him that? And I said, well, we just kind of worked it out together. He's real smart, and he's a great partner. Yeah, Magic. Oh boy, still have tears about Magic. Okay, what a dog. What a dog. And these dogs, each one, has left me with so much regard for that species. What a gift they are to us. And that's why when I see a dog even be slightly neglected or slightly abused, it rankles me, especially recently. There was a dog I got to know well who was a stunningly wonderful dog, and the people didn't know it, just did not know it. And treated him like just a dog, just there to do what I say. And when Pancho and I would walk through the streets of Asheville with him dragging his leash, the classic line other old guys will say, are you taking him for a walk, or is he taking you for a walk? And I'd say, it's his walk. It's a pretty special time of day for him. I'm trying to do everything I can to help him have the walk he wants to have.